And again, reasons like this is why I don't, and a lot of us don't deal with the trade. We done been traumatized. Honey, baby, rest and power to my sister Star Brown, honey. 28 years old. Life was taken April 19th in Memphis. Police found her body at approximately 9:30 a.m. inside a crashed car on Rolling Woods Drive. The news is really just starting to circulate in mainstream trans media because they were misgendering Starr. I'm Bre Starr, and my government is Sabria Brown. And her name is Starr Brown. She has both of my last names. I don't believe in coincidences. Apparently it was meant for me to talk about this. Alexavier Williamson, 20 years old, reportedly confessed to taking her life in a statement to Memphis PD, telling investigators he had shot Starr in a wooded area near the roadway. They had worked together at a local restaurant, and surveillance footage allegedly shows Starr and Alexavier going to Starr's car together around 2:30 a.m., apparently after they had closed at the restaurant, or at least finished their shift at the restaurant. Starr was giving him a ride. He was riding with Starr. A shooting masked as a car crash. Black transgender woman in the southern Midwest. Rest in power to Starr. To Starr Brown. Sister, I'm sorry we lost you. There was a moment of silence for Starr. But why does this story sound familiar? A black trans woman's life is taken by firearm, but it is masked as a car crash because it already happened. There are so few of us. We shouldn't be taken out so often that it matches, that the MO literally matches, that there's this much similarities in between the stories. These stories shouldn't line up like this, y'all. These stories shouldn't add up like this. These stories shouldn't be this common. I literally just typed in trans killed, and it came up with a local story I wasn't even aware of. This is in Maryland. The only good news that I can give y'all is that they are starting to catch these men. And for all the men who perpetrate these crimes, you're only telling on yourself. Not only are you having to do time, but now everybody know that y'all are interacting with the girls privately. And we not hiding in the shadows no more. So you can't keep telling people that you didn't know. How didn't you know and everybody else did? We already know, especially when it comes to the black community. Y'all out us to each other. We are usually one of the biggest topics of conversation when we work with y'all, when we go to school with y'all, when we interact with y'all socially. All of y'all know who the trans girls and trans guys are. And most of y'all can clock the non-binaries when you see them. Child, I know you fucking wrong. In my face. Right in my face, honey. Child. But some of the advice I've been given is for y'all girls to go to the range. Now, again, we don't condone violence here on the Fairy Push YouTube channel. If you want that, then you have to go to Marsha's Plate Podcast, where we are rated explicit, honey, and you can hear my real opinions on these subjects. But for censorship purposes, honey, shout out to the Caucasian censorship of it all. We do not condone violence. And we have to find, and I definitely didn't. I'm not condoning this on any platform. I'm not condoning it. We have to find a balance. There's a difference between protecting yourself and overkill. Again, trigger warning. This footage will be censored, just like the footage of Roger Forson. But we gonna see what sis did. We gonna see what sis did. Lord. Crazy. Good and crazy. This was a psychotic. Oh, Lord. What is you do? Oh, Lord, sis. The screws weren't just loose, honey. The whole panel was off, honey. All the screws was gone. Oh, this is traumatic. This is traumatic. Oh, see, that's psychosis. That is psychosis. Sis was having... Now, that was mental illness. Now, when these Caucasian people be hollering the N-word and they be perpetrating homophobia and racism and anti-blackness and all that, and then they want to holler mental illness, no. That's just racism, homophobia, and bigotry. Sis was clearly having an emotional break. Honey, this was... All trans people, all black people, all men, all women, everybody, everywhere, please seek mental health assistance. I am available. Honey. Contact me if you want sessions. If you or somebody you know is dealing with mental health issues, please contact your local authorities. Honey, 811. Ain't it 811 or is it 311? Let me look up the mental health hotline. Because y'all playing in my face. Honey, what is the mental health hotline number? Yes, the mental health hotline. 24/7. Honey. If you know somebody dealing with psychiatric issues, if you or somebody you know is dealing with psychiatric or mental health issues, please contact the local mental health awareness hotline at 988 for local services.
And I would write.
What did that white man do to her to make her crack like that? What do y'all think that the date did? He looked like a date, and we couldn't even see him. What do y'all think the date did, honey? That made her crack like that? Child. Honey. Sis lost it. Sis lost it. Yes, say her name. Star Brown. She gave him a ride and he takes her life, essentially. That's what we do know for facts. That's what we do know for fact. Honey, I'm sure every one of their legal teams always tries to pull the trans panic defense, the gay slash trans panic defense, and he probably gonna lie and say that she came on to him or something like that, when in fact he probably was catching a ride because he wanted to see what was going on with the trans woman he works with. He probably was starting to like her a little bit as a person. That's what I would assume. He probably was starting to like her a little bit as a person and then started questioning whether he could like her in the bedroom. And then now he's going to be questioning guards on when he can and can't come out of his cell.